wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel tonight. Deep into a dying day.
Yes. Rockers rise up and welcome finally to season 2, episode 1 of the Mackem Metalhead show. Yes, I was originally the original first episode of the second season was meant to come out on the 31st of January. Uploaded it and it got blocked completely straight away for copyright, which was shit to say the least. So I had to push the date back, and I've pushed the date back to, well, today, the 13th of February. Or actually, I'm recording this on the 12th, so technically, so realistically, I should be saying tomorrow. So tomorrow, the 13th of January, which is obviously a Sunday. So yeah, so this is the first episode of the second season, and what am I going to be doing today? Well, I am going to be giving a very open and honest review of Korn's new album. Yes, I've just finished listening to Korn's new album. I'm going to tell you my thoughts on it, what I thought of each song, and then I'm going to talk about the album as a whole overall. So without further ado, I'm Connor, the Metalhead. This is season 2, episode 1 of the Metalhead show. We're about to get right into the action, baby. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as I give an open and honest review of Korn's new album, Requiem. Roll the intro. Alright guys, so here you are. I've got myself a piece of paper here which I've written down the album's track listing on, as you can see. Wrote a couple of things down wrong, so I've had to scratch them out, made a couple of extra notes down there, what it was for, just to remind myself of everything. Like I said, I've wrote the track listing down, as you can see, to remind myself of each song on the album, so I've got something for reference as we go. So let's get into this, shall we? Alright, so the first song we've got is Forgotten. This is the first song on the album. I should say again, the album is called Requiem. So Forgotten is the first track on the song, and the whole, what was it, 3:17, 3 minutes 18 of the song was just an absolute blast from start to finish. The song was absolutely incredible. Once again, Korn just completely knocking it out the park once again. Absolutely fucking love that song. Number two, Let the Dark Do the Rest. I loved I loved the whole song. Um, amazing song, but if I had to choose a certain part, part of the song in particular, I particularly loved the intro to the song. Um, just really just Korn doing what Korn does best and bringing in that whole heaviness and just to a point why they just immediately got you by the by the bollocks, which I should explain. Bollocks is a British term for for nuts, for balls. So I got you by the balls and then never let go. Um, Obviously, main it to sell once when they get you, and once they've got you, that's it. Um, they've got you for the whole song, and with Let the Dark Do the Rest. That's how they have made the whole song from intro to final out, from intro to final verse, final chorus, and beyond. That was just the whole song for me. Um, love love that song. Um, an amazing song, amazing work done on that song, just like Forgotten. Um, and I truly did love every single second of that song. That is Let the Dark Do the Rest. Moving on to the third track on the album, Start the Healing. This realistically was the song, was the track that I was looking the most forward to on the album, because it was the first track I saw released from the new album as a single, as I'm sure may have been the case for many of you guys as well. And I was really intrigued and excited about this song. I love and hearing it in its entirety for the first time whilst listening to the full album in order for this review. I really enjoyed every single second of that song. It's it's got a bit of a nice mix of blend, I should say, of like heavy breakdowns and stuff like that, and it also but then comes in and blends all that in with the, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't make itself too, I'm forgetting the word what I'm looking for. It doesn't make things too obvious as to what's gonna happen, and I'll explain what I mean there. What I mean by that is it's kind of it blends in the heavy breakdowns and like the slow, like calm melodic moments so well, that it just makes up for an amazing song. Obviously, heavy most of the way through, yes, yeah, but just one hell of a song. Loved it from start to finish, and there's nothing more to say on that song really. It really was an amazing song. Um, so moving on to number 4, Lost in the Grandeur. Now, this song was just like, for me, was just like let the dark do the rest. It was very well written, well well tracked, well recorded. The track by track, it seemed to all blend together and work together so well, and just come together to make an amazing song. And I should mention at this point, guys, that Johnny's vocals were on absolute top form in this album. Absolutely incredible vocals throughout the entire album from Johnny. But Lost in the Grandeur, I thought, was some of Johnny's best vocal work. Out of the whole album, but obviously, like I said, as a whole, the whole album for vocals was just absolutely incredible. Absolute top-notch vocals. Loved the vocals. Thought the whole album, but on Lost in the Grandeur, it really seems to have that finesse in his vocals, like you heard on the Nothing. Especially with I would say a song, for example, Cold, where a where Johnny mixed cleans with growls, screams, and or just like screams and growls, and mixed the cleans in with them, and it just made it sound absolutely incredible. Um, this was Lost on the Grandeur as well. Like I said, not too much growling or screaming like on the Nothing, but absolutely amazing, mesmerising vocals on Lost in the Grandeur. As for the rest of the album so far, like I said, the entire album vocals were just, I would go enough words to describe how great the vocals were on this album. But like I said, Lost in the Grandeur, amazing instrumentation, track by track, all the tracks blending together, building this incredible song, and then Johnny's vocals just made the song completely. Um, which brings us on to the fifth track on the album, which is Disconnect. Now, Disconnect stood out to us for one or two reasons. For two reasons. One was obviously it was just heavy the entire way through. Actually, no, that's a lie. It was heavy in a lot of places. Once again, it was just like Start the Healing. Seemed to have that good mix of heavy and melodic in there, which I like. I think that's a nice contrast in metal songs, when a metal song can go from when songs can go from like 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 Eva is a fucking 20 pound bag of horse shit to as calm and smooth and and melodic as a like sitting in front of a fire with fucking candles lit. It's just got that nice blend. Tends to meet in the middle very well, and so yeah, I just love that kind of like blend in Disconnect as it had with Start the Island. Nothing else to really say about Disconnect really. Once again, another amazing track off the album. And then that takes us to track 6, which is called Hopeless and Beaten. Um, this this is another song off the album that stood out. It was just like Start the Healing and Lost in the Grandeur, Disconnect, stuff like that. To say the song was an outstanding song would be an understatement. It's obviously 6 tracks in an album of already had 5 incredible songs. What's coming next? Then we'll get Hopeless and Beaten. Hopeless and Beaten to me was, and believe us guys, I've just listened to this album literally, what time is it? 25 to 12. I literally listened to this album like an hour ago, and yeah, I know what you're all saying. What took us so long to get around to it. You get, well, let's put it this way. I'm 21 year old, and I've got stuff to do. Put it that way. So 21 and I've got shit to do. Put it that way. So it did take us a little while to get around to listen to the album in its entirety. But obviously, I've done it because if I hadn't done it, I wouldn't be sitting there giving you guys a review of it right now. Right now, so deal with that as you will. But like I said, Hopeless and Beaten, like I said, we're already getting 5 incredible tracks from the album so far. What the fuck's coming next? What Hopeless and Beaten just absolutely fucking slaps from start to finish. The song is an absolute. Isn't. I'm gonna go as far as to say it's an absolute masterpiece. It's a. It really is a song that I definitely listen to over and over again and never get tired of it. We've all got them songs surely. We've all got them songs surely that we can all just listen to over and over and over again and never really get tired of. Tired of. But that's a song for me. Now, definitely, because I'm definitely going to be listening to that song again. So, Hopeless and Beaten, track 6 off of Requiem, which brings us on to the last 3 songs of the album, and number 7 is entitled Penance to Sorrow. This is. It's a great song. I'm not going to take that away from it, but it's not one that stands out to us quite a lot. It's not a bad song. It's actually a really good song, but it just doesn't stand out to us as much as the rest of the album did. I'm sure over time, the song might go on us to a point where I actually love the song, and it does stand out. It was in some in some significance, with some significance, but as of right now, it's not really. It doesn't really correlate with us as well as the rest of the album so far has done. It's not a shit song. It's actually a really nice song, as I've just said, but not one that particularly stands out for us. Like I said, hopeless and beaten, disconnected, start the healing, lost in the grandeur, let the dark do the rest, start the healing and stuff like that. But other than that, an amazing song. Once again, not kind of faulted. Just a really great song overall. Which brings us on to My Confession, track 8, My Confession. This one's I'm at a bit of a midway point with in terms of the song being what's the word I'm looking for? Being at a point where it stands out to us because in some ways this song does, and then in some ways it just doesn't. Once again, not a terrible song. It's definitely a song I'll listen to again. A great song actually, just like the rest of the album. But this song stands out. It was more than Penance to Sorrow, but I must emphasise that this this isn't really this is another song that doesn't really stand out to us as well as the rest of the albums seem to have done so far. I mean, it got my head going, got my feet going, got me going, which metal should do, but it doesn't really stand out to us in any significant way. But still a great song overall, hell of a song actually, and nothing to fault it on it. It really was an amazing song. So as track 8, My Confession. And that brings us to the final track on the album, track 9. Worst is on its way. This song is another standout song for me. Once again, first off, right off the bat, hell of an intro, where to kick the song off, and then the rest of the song was just, it was an absolute joy to listen to. Loved every second of it. Once again, this is the song that stood out to me because in fact the whole song, I might add, just stood out. There was no particular part of the song that really rose above the rest. The whole song was just amazing. And it's another track that really stood out. It was as being like an incredible song, an incredible track on its own. And it was a joy to listen to. Amazing song, so good. The words, man, I cannot really find the words for it. It was just amazing, man. It was incredible. But apart from that, yeah, well, there's nothing else to say really, except amazing songs, like all the songs on the album, and that, my friends, has brought us to the end of the chat listing. So now I'm going to take a minute to give you my thoughts on the album as a whole. And do let us know down in the comments below, guys, if any of you do agree with us. What were your, and I would love to hear your initial thoughts on the album as well. did you like the album? Did you not like the album? Do you think it's something that would maybe grow on you over time or something like that? Let us know down in the comments below. But apart from that, amazing album. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Alright guys, so to wrap this up, I really love this album as a whole. When Korn came out with The Nothing, was it 3 years ago now? The came out with this killer album where every single song was just amazing. They knocked it out of the park with The Nothing. I thought and now with Requiem they've just knocked it out of the park yet again. I'll even go as far to say it was a better album than The Nothing, in my opinion, of course. I love this album from start to finish. If you haven't heard the album yet, I would definitely recommend giving it a listen, because I just had an absolute blast listening to it from start to finish. A lot. It was just a hell of a listen, hell of a ride, and I'm definitely gonna be listening to the album in its entirety again hopefully at some point soon, because I just loved every second of that album. Amazing album. Korn once again done an absolute bang up job. They've killed it again. They've nailed it again. The whole album just fucking slapped. That shit fucking slapped. So good, so damn good. It was an amazing album, fucking incredible. And it's definitely gonna be an album I go back and listen to again and again, because I'll tell you this, guys. Last year there wasn't a single album that I was looking forward to more than Requiem, from when it was first announced to when we got the cover art. It just got us hype from first announcements that Korn were making a new album, to when we got the official cover art to the album finally coming out. I was excited that whole time. Now that I finally heard the album, I just loved every second of it. So fucking good. So yeah, that's an honest review for you guys on Korn's new album Requiem. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was season 2, episode 1 of the Mackem Metalhead show. Hope you guys enjoyed and stay tuned for the next episode, because I've got something pretty good lined up for the next episode. So, but until then, guys, stay safe, be nice to each other, take care of yourselves out there. I'm Connor, the Mackem Metalhead. This has been the Mackem Metalhead show. So take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Keep on rocking, guys.
I wish I